This is the new model grinder, the ZF83. This grinder is available in both white and color black. So let's turn on. The power button is right in here. So this one has this blue plastic because this is new, because I already tried this color black. The moment you open it, you'll see this screen interface. The first thing that you can see on the screen is the date and time display, which is located here in the middle. You'll see the date and then you'll see the time. The upper left is the ambient temperature, which is currently on a 26 degrees Celsius. Below that is the ambient humidity, which is on 41%. The 25% right in here is the coffee powder temperature. Please do note that there is an NCC temperature sensor in the position of the powder chute, which is used to send the temperature of the coffee beans after being ground into the powder. So the coffee chute that we're talking about is in here. This is actually magnetic, guys, so you can actually remove it. The coffee powder temperature is based on the temperature of this chute. So you can just turn it back. So for this one, this is very clean because I haven't used this yet, but I already used the color black one, so we can check. It's not that dirty though. It's very easy to clean and then maintain. So just a proof that I already use it is the coffee grounds right in here. You see that in there, but the powder chute is not dirty at all. So I'm gonna put it back. So when the grinder is inactive, the screensaver will start to pop out. But don't worry, the moment you tap it, it will go back on the screen. Right now, the temperature of the coffee powder is 25 degrees Celsius, but the moment it reaches around 35 degrees, this fan will automatically work. That's what we call cooling fan. So at the back of the grinder is the cooling fan. This fan will automatically work once this coffee powder temperature reaches 35 degrees, although it will automatically stop the moment it cools down around 32 degrees Celsius. On the bottom part of the screen, you'll see the single shot, the double shot, and then the manual. The settings are also right in here. You can also track how many single shots you made in a day, week, and in total. Same goes with the double shot. This grinder is grind by time, specifically by seconds. So currently is on 2.3 seconds, and then this one is 5 seconds. You can also change the number of time in here setting. This is for the single shot, and then this is for the double shot. So let's change the single shot to, let's say for example, 3 seconds. Already there. And then the 5 second, I'm gonna make it 6 sec. You might wonder why I chose 3 sec and 6 sec, and it seems to be a little bit lower because this grinder is using 83mm of burr, and we're using DLC coating, the diamond-like carbon coating. That's why it will grind a little bit faster without friction and harshness. Now, I do want to talk about this area. So this one is the upper burr carrier. This is the indicator ring. This is the adjustment disc. There is 0 until 90. And then, as I mentioned earlier, we're using a flat 83mm DLC burr. For the grind adjustment, this is easy stepless adjustment to any of your desired coarseness. It is better for you to already put the beans in the grinder or while the grinder motor is running. I just want to show you on how you're going to adjust your grinder. So in here is currently on to 18. And then I want to make it a little coarse. So this is stepless, so you don't need to follow what other grinders are doing. The step grinder, let's say for example, you're currently on the 15 and then you want to make it on the number 5. You need to make it slowly, slowly, slowly before you reach your desired texture or fineness or coarseness of your beans. From number 10, you can drastically change it to number 40. And then if you change your mind, you can change it back to even to number 5 is okay. Although there is a disclaimer here, do not adjust past 0 to prevent the burr from damage. So you need to make sure that this will not go beyond 0. So go always to this side of the grinder because the burr will be damaged, and burr is very expensive if you're going to replace it. So let me try to grind some beans in here. So just remove the hopper lid. And then, by the way, this hopper has a capacity of 1 kilo. I'm just gonna put the beans here. There you go. And then put back the lid. Then open the hopper gate. And also in here is currently on number in between 10 or 5 something. I'm gonna change it to number 15. By the way, the bottom right in here is a start switch. The moment you press it, or whatever setting you choose, it will start to work. So let's say, for example, let's try the single shot first for 3 seconds. I'm just gonna get a Portafilter, put it here in the holder. And then I'm gonna push it back 1. It stops at 3 seconds. It already records 1 per day. And then even at 3 seconds, the Portafilter is already almost full. And we are using a double basket here. And talking about the coarseness, I think this is pretty good already. And remember, we use the number 15. So depending on you, if you want coarse or fine, but for espresso machine, this is already good. Should be fine as sugar. Now let's try the manual. So with the same Portafilter, just put it right here. And then press the manual. Of course, for the manual, you have to stop. So you just need to push like that. Okay. So I will adjust it to a little coarser. So I adjust it for 40 seconds. Let's check if the ground bean size will be different. So with the same Portafilter, I think I'm too scared to use 6 seconds because the 3 seconds is almost full. So I'm gonna change it to maybe 4. I'm scared that this will be messy. Alright, so it's on double shot. Then see, the 4 seconds are already too much, so I didn't expect that. The good thing is this grinder has this tray to avoid like making your bar messy. It will get that in here. And the beans, I don't know if you can see that, but it's very, very coarse already. You see that? I'm not sure if that can be seen on the naked eye, but that's the purpose of the stepless grinder. Even you're on a 20 and then you drastically change it to number 40, it will still grind depending on the coarseness or the fineness grounded beans you like. So let's just compare. So these two are the number 15 if I'm not mistaken, and this is the number 40. So you can see in the texture, this is already like a salt. But here is like sugar. I'm not sure if that can be justified on the camera. But you see that tiny white something? That's the difference. They're white here. But in here, so just a conclusion, the stepless grinder is way better than the step grinder.